There are 5 critical mistakes that I've seen most consultancy firm owners making. And you want to avoid these mistakes if you want to grow a successful consultancy practice. And I wrote about these 5 mistakes in my book, Cracking the Code, which is all about how you can break free from being stuck in the center of your business to growing your business at the strategic level. Take a look below in the notes to see how you can get your copy of Cracking the Code. But when I wrote that book, I conducted some interviews where I went through and recorded on video various clips about these topics. And in this video, I want to show you the clip that covers these 5 critical mistakes. I'll jump into that video clip now, but when we come back, I'll take it further to see what you need to do next after you have understood what these critical mistakes are. So I'll see you after this clip.
The normal situation for business owners is that they run a business that is totally dependent on them. They actually get stuck in the center of the business. So as the business grows, the pressure of running that business increases. And we often hear business owners saying they don't actually want to grow a bigger business because of all the headaches that creates. So that's the normal situation for most small businesses in Australia. And that normal situation is really created because the owners of the business typically will make at least 1 and maybe 5 typical mistakes. Those mistakes are firstly having a short-term focus. Their focus is on the day-to-day issues and challenges they face. Some people describe it as putting out fires. They race around trying to put out all the fires in their business, and that's the only thing that really takes their focus. What we found is that short-term focus really limits their capability to achieve long-term success. Second critical mistake is around reactive marketing. So what tends to happen, and often in professional service firms, it's really prevalent because you can get busy doing the work, and you're looking at how do we get this work done. We've got deadlines to meet. We need to get the work done. So everyone's busily doing the work, and then the work finishes, and we've said, well, where's the next lot of work coming from? We need to find more clients. So then the focus goes on, how do we find more clients? We need to do some marketing or some advertising. We need to get out there and shake the trees and get some more clients coming on board. And they do that and it works, they get more clients. But then, well, we've got to do the work again. So it creates this endless cycle of ups and downs where it's like a roller coaster. 1 minute you're busy with all the work, and then the need to find clients becomes most important. Third typical mistake is around ineffective delegation. It's about how to communicate with your people and ensure that they're doing the work that you expect them to do. And often what happens is, because there's not an investment in developing skills or even developing systems in the business that give your people the infrastructure and the systems and processes that would help them do the work, they're often just thrown in the deep end and asked to do a job that they're not, well, they may be trained to do, but they're not trained in how you want it done. So that creates issues and a difference in expectations between what the owner wants them to do and what they think they should be doing. And a lot of issues and challenges are experienced around that. The fourth mistake is lack of control. And this is really much more, increases the risks of failure as a business grows. So typically if you're doing a good job and you're successful, people want more of what you do. So the business will automatically grow. But as it grows, your ability to actually know what's going on and be able to manage people effectively is more of a challenge. You've got to develop control systems and mechanisms that mean that you can actually step back from being in touch with your finger in every pie and finger on the pulse of what's going on, to give you feedback about what's actually happening in your business. Without that, it's very easy to lose control. And the final mistake is doing it all yourself. Most small business owners, just end up reinventing the wheel on how to grow their business successfully. Instead of taking advice from experts and people who've been there and done it before, they tend to go through the process and think they have to come up with all of the answers for themselves. So that mistake in particular is the main challenge that people face in their business and they get stuck at the barriers that if they only knew there was someone there to help them break through that barrier, would make their life a lot easier.
Okay, hopefully you understand what these mistakes are that you need to avoid and how to achieve success in your consultancy practice. Right now, one of the mistakes that we talked about is reactive marketing, which I think is one of the most serious mistakes that most consultancy firm owners are making. In this next clip, you'll see how to strategically grow your sales and achieve a client attraction process that will enable you to create clients on command. So jump to that clip now.